Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another show by HFD Media. Welcome back to the Premier League Weekly Wrap. Who's in the chat? We've got Jamar. He's good. Ree, how you doing, Ree? Great to have you with us. 1 second, I'm just going to upload this into the Discord so everyone knows we're live. Should have done that earlier, but you know. One second. All right, put that in there. How is everyone going? Do you like Captain Barnacles? Learn. I'm going to tell you in advance, man. You might have to just chill. Otherwise, you're probably going to get timed out again. Even Learn is here. Learn's always here, man. The guy's always here. I don't know what's going on. He's a nice guy. He's obsessed with food, though, and a lot of people don't like the spamming. But what can you do? Good to have everyone here. Jamar. We're here to talk about round 4 of the Premier League. It was a good week for me. My team won. It wasn't such a good week for Wait Till Reborn and GT and that come in, and Ivan. Wasn't such a good week for them. Let's hope he's kicked out of HFD Media. Who learned? Learned is a nice guy, man. He just really likes food. Really likes asking questions. But I'm sure someone will get onto him. Man, you did win, which was good for me. My week was good. It's the first game we're going to talk about, as it was the first game of the round. Just letting a few people filter in. Not a good week as usual. GT's here. What do you mean as usual, man? You've been winning. You stumped us last match round. Wasn't a good week, though. Wasn't a good week for you. I gotta fix this light 1 second. Do it like that. Is that better? Nah. It's a bit bright, that light. Might just move it, see what it looks like without it. Put it over here. Is that better, guys? Is that a bit better? All right. We all like food. We are like food, but so did Man City. Don't know what that means. Anyway, let's we'll get the I got a new way of doing things, GT. I wanted the big man to be here. I told him to be here so he could see it, but not here yet. I wanted to show you it's an even newer way than I did it last time. So we're gonna go talk about the first match of the round, which was we'll bring up the results here. Look at that, and I'll just go down into the corner, get rid of that chat. Was Man United Southampton. Let's go click onto that game. We'll bring that game up. Hopefully it works. It's not working too much. I'll click into another game and then we'll go back to it. We'll go to fixtures. Just let this load. And we'll go Man United Palace. There we go. So Man United Palace. Not Man United Palace. Sorry, results we're going to, aren't we? Results. Man United Southampton, I should have said. Ended 3-0. United back on track. Matthias de Ligt, Marcus Rashford, Alejandro Garnacho with the goals. As you can see there, Matthias de Ligt, man of the match. You go into the stats, like United dominated. They had more possession, 20 shots, all up to 6. Like they completely dominated. Listen, for the first, I don't know what it was, maybe 20 or so. Go back to the other screen. Maybe first 20 or so, Southampton were really in it. Dibbling was giving Delo a bit of worries. They got a penalty and it didn't look good for United. Then Onana saved that penalty, and from that moment on, it was all Man United. They second half, I don't think they had another shot on target after the penalty, Southampton. So United dominated. A couple players that got on the score sheet that it was really good for them, like Marcus Rashford getting a goal was really good for him. He had a pretty good game. De Ligt got on the score sheet, but he was BOG as well. I agree. I watched it. He was definitely best on ground for his, just his all-round plays, defending, his everything he did. It was good for him to get a man of the match moment. The only one, I thought United's worst player was actually Delo. When he went back to the right-hand side, he played really well, but on the left, but it's not his fault. He's not a left back. You know what? Learn. I'll give you a chance. All right. I'm going to ask you a few questions, and if you get them wrong, you're going to get a timeout. Is that fair? How does everyone feel with that? I'll just ask you either or questions. All right? Because you're always asking me questions about food. I'm going to ask you questions, and if you get them wrong, I'm going to put you in timeout. And it depends how bad you get them wrong, how long you're timed out for. All right? Is that fair? See if he answers. All right, learned. First question. Man United or Liverpool? Man United or Liverpool? This is the first question for you, learned. Chrissy's here. You're the boss, so answer that question. Man United or Liverpool? Come on, man. Answer the question. You got to answer, man. Failed to answer, man. So, check you later. All right, back to it. Guys, yeah, so United dominated the game from the penalty save onwards. So it was real good for Onana to get the penalty save. He hasn't been having a good time of it. Rashford to get the goal, absolutely awesome. And De Ligt to get a goal and man of the match after everyone was bad. Like, didn't play good on international duty, but who cares? Like, international duty means nothing. And he was copping it by all sectors of the media. like just copying it from everyone. He turned around with a dominant performance, goal as well. Played really well. Him and Martinez. You know, it's building. I really like it. Reeves is there. Hey Reeves, how are you? We're going to talk about your boys soon, don't worry. And you can all get in on that. But yeah, listen. United dominated. They got a game midweek in the Carling Cup, Barnsley, and then I think they got Crystal Palace away. And Crystal Palace don't look good. They'll be thinking that they can go on a bit of a run now. I said last week, even when we lost to Liverpool, listen, it wasn't good losing to Liverpool. We got absolutely spanked. Liverpool 100% deserved everything they got against United, but it's still early days. Like everyone was jumping on Ten Hag, like sack him, sack him, sack him. Just like in turn, they were jumping on, Arne Slot's the best thing since Klopp. Pardon the pun. But like it's early days, anything can happen. So doing good, man. Shit weekend, was too busy to catch anything really, but saw the scores last night. Yeah, wasn't good for you guys. First time, we'll talk about that next. Anyway, is the big man Chris C here? I want him to say yes if he's here before I go on to the next one. Want him to let me know if he's here before I go to the next one. I've got something to show him because he hasn't seen it. Poor learned. Even got timed out by me this time. Unbelievable. Where is the big man? Come on. Big man. Doesn't want to say anything. Anyway, let's bring it up anyway. So sorry, Chrissy, couldn't join the watch-alongs. Oh, it's all right. I mean, I didn't join them. I wasn't there. Let's go on to the next one. So the next fixture is... It was really, these were all going on at the same time. So the first one we can talk about... Listen, we won't really talk much about Brighton Ipswich. That was 0-0, and I saw their goalkeeper. It was Ipswich's goalkeeper made one of the best double saves. That was unbelievable. So ended 0-0. Not much to say about that, but we will talk about this for the boys. Let's bring it up. Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. Like, what can we do here? Let's go to Liverpool, Nottingham Forest. 1-0 Nottingham Forest. Callum Hudson-Odoi. Mohamed Salah still got voted man of the match, they're saying. We'll bring up the stats. Liverpool had 70% possession, 14 shots to 5. But the one that counts was Callum Hudson-Odoi cut in. I think it was Connor Bradley might have been playing at the time, right back. Cut in, great finish. Was actually, I believe, the first win for Nottingham Forest at Anfield in over 50 years. They're telling me. So that's like an unbelievable stat. Just bring this back up to that page and then we can go back to the other side. Was that one night stand for Triple J? There you go. Yeah, so listen, Arne Slot will be bitterly disappointed, I'd say. Like, he'd be massively disappointed. Like, you got, who do you have? Let's say Ipswich. I can't remember the second game. And then United. They'd be thinking Nottingham Forest is at Anfield is a guaranteed 3 points, you know, for a team that wants to win the title against the likes of City and Arsenal. And to lose that at home is big. Like, it's... And listen, they dominated all the stats as we saw, like, you know, all the possessions and all that. But Nottingham Forest really deserved it, man. They took their chance. Did you see the Nottingham Forest game? That was cracky. Yeah, talking about it right now. Smacked us on the break. Yeah, Slot has this obsession with replacing Trent. Yeah, I know. That's an interesting one as well. But would Trent have done any better? Like, defensively, he's not really that good defensively. I don't know. But listen, it's just like we said. We jumped on, you know, not liking like all the pundits have jumped on, oh, sack Ten Hag, sack Ten, after round 3. Just like all the pundits jumped on, Arne Slot was the best thing since sliced bread, like, and it's so early, like anything could go wrong. I'm going to do it when I talk about the next fixture. I'll show you again. So just stay there now. Once we finish talking Liverpool, I'll bring it up to talk about the next one. Yeah, like, and thing is, teams are going to work out how managers play, just like they do to Ten Hag, Klopp, City. Slot's got a very distinct way of playing that he wants to play. If teams are going to try counter that, just like Reborn said, try break him on the counter, and they did that. Like Elanga got in, played this wicked ball behind. Hudson-Odoi took it in his path, just, body checked Bradley. Picturesque finish, it was real good, big up to Nottingham Forest getting a result at Anfield. It's not a thing they do often because they haven't done it for over 50 years, but weird with Arne Slot how he changes Trent, like you said, after 60 minutes every week. I think he's got to give more to the other guys as well, like Nunes and things like that. It doesn't seem to like Nunes and Gakpo. I think he's got to start, when things aren't going right, you need to be able to bring in those guys, like off the bench, that can make it think. Just like us, like the other night we brought on, I think it's the first time that Garnacho's been on the bench, we bring him on, he's like, he can score a goal, so that's a good thing. But yeah, back to the drawing board a little bit for Liverpool. It's not the end of the world, obviously, because they won the first 3 games. But, back to the drawing board a little bit for them. Let's go to the next one. Here you go, Chris. Are you ready? Oh, look at that. What we'll do is we'll talk about the Man City Brentford game. So we'll get into Man City Brentford. Click on that. Let that load. I ain't the boss. I just bring the boom. Then who's the boss of HFD Media? He says. All right, Man City Brentford. So as you can see there, man of the match. I didn't think it was going to be any different. They have voted for Erling Haaland. Let's bring up some stats. So the stats, they didn't have a lot of possession for Man City's, standards. 53.8. They had shots, though, 18-7. It's getting boring with City, innit? We say that like almost every week. I'll get us back to the results here. I'll get us back here. Just wait for that to load to get us in, and then I'll bring us back to the other page. Results here. So it's happened. I think that's the second time this year it's already happened for Man City. Like, as in, I think it's too early for a team to go ahead against Man City. Like, Brentford scored in, what was it? Like, it was the first minute. They scored in the first minute. And I think when a team has to go to the Etihad, I think when a team has to go to the Etihad, it's too early to get a goal that early against City, because you've given them, they've got a whole 90 minutes plus to get back and like hit you back. Is that true, Reborn? In question to the 115 starts today. Learn. I want you to answer a question for me. Man United or Liverpool? You have to answer. Which one do you like more? All right, you just got to answer that question. But yeah, like, listen, Erling Haaland, man, it just doesn't stop with the goals. Another 2 goals, so back-to-back hat-tricks, and then 2 goals, so 8 goals in 3 games. I think if he scores in the next game, he breaks Ronaldo's record of 100 goals in 100. I think Ronaldo did it in 105 games for Madrid. And we're going to talk about that, man. Big game last night, North London Derby. Yeah, you got to answer us, Learned. Do you like Man United or Liverpool? KP, how are you? I just finished my work. I'm good, man. Just join in, hit the like button. Share with everyone. But yeah, listen. It was, like I said, I think Brentford went ahead too early. Learned, if you don't answer the question, I'll put you in timeout. You got to answer Man United or Liverpool. Everyone answers it that comes to this show. Yeah, so listen, Man City haven't hit their stride yet, I don't think, but they've still won 4 out of 4 games. Like, and it's Man City Arsenal next week. Like, imagine they go beat Arsenal. Is that like, is the title done? Like after round 5, that'd be so sad, wouldn't it? Like, I think the rest of the league is just hoping Arsenal do them. But if, like I just, I know you can't say, like I said, it's early days, but you can't say a league is over after round 5. But man, if they beat Arsenal next week, not you, Chris. You don't have to answer. Learned has to answer. All right. Let's hope it's Brisbane and Port in a grand final. No, we don't want Port in a grand final. Do you? Oh no, that's terrible. Who do you go for in the AFL? Do you like? Okay, learned. Crows or Port? Who do you like better? Just tell me that question. Crows or Port? Since you don't want to answer. GT got rid of him. There you go. Anyway, let's bring up next one. So Man City sitting pretty, like they're doing well. We'll bring up the next fixture. Bang here. Interact here. This was a real interesting. The next 2 were real interesting games, man. We'll do Fulham West Ham first. Oh. No, I did Villa. I didn't want to talk about that one. I want to do Fulham West Ham. So Fulham West Ham. I love it, KP. There you go. Fulham West Ham 1-1. Man of the match was Antoine Robinson from Fulham. The stats here. Fulham dominated possession and shots. Like they're going to feel like... Listen, it was a real good goal for them to go ahead. They did really well to go ahead. 1-0 up, and then they concede in like the 94th minute. They'll be Devo about that. Like, I was watching and I was thinking, man, like, but then, man, did West Ham do good to get a draw out of that. So, they'll be the happier team because they were away from home. Got the equaliser in, what was it? Not like I said, 94th minute. So last kick of the day, they got their equaliser. Absolutely loving it. But they've been slow starting, man, West Ham. They haven't, I don't know, I don't think they have won yet. Like they're struggling with Lopetegui as manager, but they did go to Fulham and get a point, albeit, like I said, in the last minute. It was a real good game to watch. Smith Rowe looks really good for Fulham. Jimenez got his first start, gets a goal, so you think, he'd be loving that. Genwell, how are you, man? Liverpool game destroyed me in FPL. I had Salah as captain. But I had Delit, clean sheet, goal. I had Bruno assist. Ahmad got an assist. I had some good ones, but I had Salah as captain, man. But anyway, how are you? Join in. Like I said, it was a good game. Like the next 3 ones, including this one and the next 2 we're going to talk about, all really interesting games. Like they were like late drama. So let's bring up the next one. Chris, so you like this? I can show you. Don't have to make graphics, man. You don't have to make graphics. And look, I'm in the corner. All right. Next one, which it was a big game as well. Jamie Vardy, like proving that 37 is just a number. Mate, he ran through like he was not 37 years old. He ran through with pace. Mateta got 2 goals for Palace, and as you can see, he got voted man of the match. He was scoring wicked goals at the end of last year. Now he's, got another 2. But like Leicester will be spewing. They were 2-0 up at Crystal Palace, and then they conceded the equaliser in the 92nd minute as well. So they'll be little bit upset about that. Or not a little bit upset. If I was a player, I'll be absolutely spewing about that. Like if it was, and a manager. If I was a manager, I'll be, I'll be livid with that. But you know, that's football, isn't it? Like, but like I said, man, Jamie Vardy, like he ran through, like he didn't look 37, did he? I don't know if Reborn saw it, if Genwell saw it. Do we go over Arn know-it-all slot? We did go over it. I don't think he's a know-it-all, man. I just think Dutch are like that, and like he's gonna back his team. Whether I instantly don't like him because he manages Liverpool. I admit that, right? Like it really upset me when Jurgen Klopp got the job at Liverpool because I really liked Jurgen Klopp. So, and now I can't like him anymore. So, but I just think he's a bit like in Ten Hag's slot. Like it's not the Eredivisie. Like it's it's so competitive, So, but anyway, back to it. Yeah, Leicester, they would have been spewing they didn't get their first win because, like I said, 2-0 up. But it was a real good game. Like I said, Jamie Vardy, the ever young Jamie Vardy. I mean, and I love, I love it. He goes to the crowd. If that was in the AFL, he'd be getting fined. He'd be getting talk. Whatever. He goes to the crowd and he just gives it to him after he scores. Like they're egging him on all day, and then he just goes and rows them up. Like, how good is that, man? Like, you need that, man. You need that. Like, you need it, But yeah, good game. Let's go back. We'll bring up another one. We're going to go on to the next day now. And listen, this one is another, like, this is a massive result. Man, I said it last week. Everton, they're in trouble. I think it's the second week in a row. 2-0 up and they lost. 2-0 up and lost. That's crazy. Ollie Watkins, man of the match. So Dwight McNeil, opener, 16th minute. And they were under the pump anyway when they took the opener. And then Calvert-Lewin scored. Then Ollie Watkins gets 2 goals. One of them was a bit fortuitous, but it dropped to him and he finished it really well. And then the winner by Duran was an absolute cracker. So, that was... Like, if you're an Everton fan now, I don't... Like, it's really hard to see where your team goes from here. Like, I really think they're in trouble. I think they're in a lot of trouble. I fear that they go into the new season, the new stadium next year, and they're not in the Premier League. Like, I really believe that. Chelsea versus West Ham Saturday, the 21st at 9:30 p.m. Okay, killer. Is that that's the opening game next week. We're going to talk about them soon, Ronald. Don't worry about that. Brisbane won. Oh, we're going to talk about it, man. That was last night. It was the last game. It's the last game. They lost. But anyway, Everton still won 100 million for Branthwaite. You'll be lucky to get 15 when you're relegated. See, the thing is, imagine he's got a relegation clause. They didn't cash in. They're having financial troubles, and they need. They'll be thinking, man, we should have just cashed in on him. We should have just cashed in on this guy. But I don't know, man. They're in a lot of trouble, I think. If they don't start winning soon, I think they've got the longest run. I can't wait to see Don. He's coming back on Wednesday, so he'll be there. What, do you like that way I'm doing the fixtures and that now? Do you like it? Please tell me. Is that what you're going to do? It's so much easier, man. It's so easy. You don't have to make any graphics at all because you can just go into the web page for everything. It's so much less time. All I have to do is make a thumbnail. So good. Anyway, yeah, Everton 2 weeks in a row to be 2-0 up and lose. Like, do they sack Sean Dyche? What do they do? Like, he's the guy they got in to keep them up, and he's really struggling. Listen, Villa, I don't think are flying either, they're conceding a lot of goals, Villa, of this year, which is weird. But they play a high line and people know that, and Unai Emery doesn't want to change from that. That's why United, we were terrible last year. We did the league double on them because they play the same way. I think Martinez could have actually done better for the first goal. He's meant to be the best keeper, and he's pretty piss poor, to put it bluntly. Like his, he didn't get down very quick, but all in all, Villa got the win, and they'll be pumped with that. So, yeah. Let's take us on to the next one. This one here, listen, I didn't actually watch it. It was really late. I saw the result. Listen, they won 1-0. Chelsea won 1-0, which is a really good win away from home to Bournemouth. Bournemouth, a good team. They got the win. Jadon Sancho came on for them. Like, makes me sick. Like, apparently he got an assist. They're calling it. 1 second. I clicked into the wrong one then. Calling it an assist. How was it an assist? He passed it to Nkunku, and Nkunku took on like two people and scored. And they're like, oh, Jadon Sancho's cooking Man United like this, mate. And I tell you one thing. It really, Robert Sanchez, man of the match, their keeper. So that tells you everything. Like, Chelsea's keeper was man of the match. Bournemouth had 19 shots to 10. So they'd be spewing they didn't win from, if you're looking at the stats. But I'll tell you one thing that really annoyed me, man. I'll get us back to the results. Close that up. Get us back to the other page. One thing that really annoyed me, again, was here. After the match, Bruno Fernandes, Man United captain, comes out, puts a post on Twitter. Oh, well done or something to Sancho. Keep smiling or something. Listen, call me old-fashioned. I don't know what it is. I might be old school, whatever you want to say. I don't like that. You got a guy that refused to play for Man United, came out, posted a tweet about the manager, got dropped to the reserves, and then sent out on loan, refused to play, comes back, and then he goes to another club, and you go put a tweet out when you're the captain of Man United and say, well done. And I don't like that, man. People say, like you say, would Roy Keane have done that? People are like, oh, there wasn't social media in that back then, but I guarantee they're not doing it. Did Wayne Rooney do that? Like, would Gerrard doing that? And there was social media then. It's just, it's not happening. Learned, if you don't answer the question, Man U or Liverpool, I'm going to ban you from HFD for good. So you got to answer the question, all right? That's the rules. That's the rules here. Like, I make the rules. So you got to answer that question. But yeah, like, listen, back to that. I didn't like that at all. Like, you shouldn't be Man United captain coming out and liking a thing about another bloke that, like, did all that shit to your club. And the thing was, Phil Neville's still considered a Man United great, Genwell. Like, he never did anything bad like Sancho. Sancho actually put a tweet out against the manager, called the manager a liar, refused to play. And then your captain is coming out and like, to me, that's pathetic. I'll be pulling him in. If I was the owners, I'll be pulling him in, not just the manager. And I'll be saying, mate, you do not do that as captain. I don't care if you're friends with him. Your allegiance to United as captain comes first. Like, I've played against people that were my best mates, and when they're on the opposite team, I want to break them. Like, that's pathetic on Bruno's behalf. I'm like, you know what? People clip it and say I've got no idea. I don't know, but that for me was absolutely ridiculous. Should be ashamed to do something like that. Don't, go put a tweet out about Ahmad, a young guy that's at your club that took Sancho's position, saying how good he played. Don't go put a tweet out about a guy that the Premier League are trying to tell us got an assist when all he did was pass the ball 5 yards and then Nkunku took on 3 players to score a goal. That's not an assist. It's an assist in FPL, but it's not an assist. Like, that doesn't count. Give me a break. Like, that pissed me off by Bruno. Shouldn't be coming out liking things about Sancho that did such ill things to your club, and then you come out as captain and like it. Like, ridiculous. Um, he won't answer the question anyway. He won't answer my question about United Liverpool. So I'll ban him for good if he doesn't answer the question. But anyway, let's go to the one that Chris C wants us to talk about. No, I don't think he's a dick. Like, I get Liverpool fans thinking he's a dick and other teams like thinking he's a dick because he's petulant on the field. And when people are petulant, you don't like them. Like, but when they're on your team, you like them. And I don't think he's a bad person. I don't think he's a dick. You know, but you shouldn't come out and do that. Like, if I'll be saying the same, like if Van Dijk came out and did that, if a player had did that to Liverpool, I'll be saying he's a moron as well. Like, you should not be doing that. Like, your allegiance, I don't care if he's your best friend, is to the club. Like, you remember when Peter Schmeichel went to Man City, Reeves, and they were in the tunnel and he went to shake Neville's hand and Neville just ghosted him, wouldn't shake his hand. And he loved him. He's got so much respect for him, but he knew it was that. Yeah, okay, when it comes to this, you know, I'm not going on your side, mate. Like, so, yeah, that pissed me off. But we'll go talk about the one that Chris wants to talk about. The North London Derby. Can we click on it? When you see the stats, you guys are going to laugh. Like, I don't know if anyone watched it. I'll bring up, I have to click on that one maybe to get into it. When I bring up the stats, obviously you can see there, Arsenal 1-0. Gabriel got man of the match as well. Andy got the goal. It was pretty piss weak marking by it. Like, they're not very good from set pieces, Tottenham. But we'll look at these stats, man. When do you ever see Arsenal with 36% possession? They lost Odegaard, no Rice, no Odegaard, and they still got the win, which is massive. Like, that's why I tipped Tottenham, because they didn't have those two players. 15 shots to 7. Like, the thing about Tottenham is when they go forward, right, they're terrible. They've got a world-class player in Son, good player in Solanke, and a very good player in Kulusevski. Has entered the chat. Yeah, they got, you know, but it's like they're falling over their feet when they're going forward. And then Gabriel ran in. Romero is meant to be, they're all talking about this guy's the best, one of the best defenders in the league. Gabriel brushed him aside like he was a paperweight. Like, it was, listen, mate, Real Madrid ain't wanting that, you know what I mean? Like, Reborn says, damn. Like, it was, yeah, I don't know. They had more chances than that Tottenham, but they're just not clinical going forward. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that word. They're not clinical going forward. I don't know what the word is for it, but listen, it will come with training. I think Tottenham have actually played good this year. I think they're going to do good. They are Hess, 100% Hess. But Ange is there, and I want Ange to do good, man. I love Ange. Ange is legend. Love him. Legend of Australian football. It's the only thing that gives me a little leeway for them. So, listen, I hope it comes good for them, but Arsenal, there's one thing I tell you, I don't know what Reeves thinks, I don't know what GT thinks, damn, like the people, the football fans. I hate Mikel Arteta. I do not like him. His antics on the sideline, there was one bit when the ball was going out right, and I don't care what they say, like he stopped it. He stopped it when it was like going over the line so he could give it to his player. And I swear the ball didn't go out. I swear the ball did not go out. And like even Andy Townsend said it on commentary. He's like, you know, the way Arteta is on the sideline, like, mate, you know what he needs? He needs a Kevin Muscat, John Cosmino moment. And the Australian fans here will know what I'm talking about. When Kevin Muscat ran into Cosmina just got up, grabbed him by the throat. Like, someone needs to just put Mikel in his place. Like, he's the worst. And then he comes out like he's the victim all the time. I don't like him at all. Like, I know I should be saying Arne Slot's my most hated manager, but I hate Arteta. And that's not saying I don't want Arsenal to win the league, because I know United can't win it, so I want Arsenal to win it because I don't want City or Liverpool to do it. But I do not like him. I don't like his antics. I think someone just needs to go. Like, if I was a player and the ball was going to him and he went to stop it, I'll be going through him. Don't care. He would not be doing it again. We'd be getting told to do that. That's the thing. So, don't like his antics. But listen, they got the result. Missing Odegaard and Rice is a huge result for Arsenal. They got a big game next week against Man City, which I said is hugely important, even though it's round 5. But yeah, listen, Tottenham at home would want to win that North London derby. It's the biggest game of the year for them, regardless of where they are. Every year, it's the biggest game of the year. So, not good for Ange, not good for Tottenham. Ange fucking does better than Arne. You talking about Graham Arnold? Yeah, Arnold's a fraud and a half, mate. The guy's terrible. Ange is the best Australian person that's coached Australia like in history. No other manager in history can say they've won a trophy with Australia but Ange Postecoglou. So, give him his flowers. I think GT banned him, man. GT always bans him. GT's wild. So, anyway, the last game of the round. Let's have a look. He has Arsenal DNA on him, Arsenal DNA, second place. He hasn't been kicked because I can see his chats. He's been time out at the moment. All right. Last game of the round. Listen, this was a very good game too. I'll click on one of these, get it to load up for you guys. Oh, that means it mustn't have been long, if that's what GT is saying. Last game of the round, Wolves Newcastle. Wolves took the lead. It was a really good goal. I was watching it. Mario Lemina, and then Fabian Schär scored you could call it a cracker, but it took a deflection and went in off Dawson's head. And then Harvey Barnes scored a picturesque goal, cut in, top bins. It's really good. He got given man of the match as well, as you can see. Listen, it was a good game. Newcastle got the win. Still they're winning, and Isak isn't scoring, which is a positive for them because when he starts, they're going to be even better. But big win for Newcastle. Wolves at home, they'd be thinking they'd be wanting to win these games when they're playing the likes, mid-table teams at home. But Newcastle will be wanting to go fight for Europe this year. So big win for them. Wolves, teams like Wolves, whatever, Southampton, these teams, they'd be wanting to win all their home games. That should be, at the start of the year, they should be looking at it thinking, home games, we got to win them, because away games are going to be harder. He might have been scared to come to HFD Media because he knows he's going to be kicked out again. Nah, it just depends how long GT did it. He's persistent, man. When we do the HFD Awards at the end of the year, Learn's going to get the Persistence Award. He's Mr. Persistent. So, yeah, anyway, that caps off the week. We'll look at the fixtures and, 100%. And we can talk a bit about them. But there were some interesting results, like we said. No surprise with City winning. Little bit of a surprise with Arsenal winning at Tottenham, considering they had some big outs, but that just proves they're a good team. Winning 2-1. Listen, United dominated after the penalty save, and hopefully they can carry that on. We've got Palace away next week, and they're not playing well at all. They'll be thinking they go win that now. We'll talk about that. There'll be awards. Not everyone gets an award. You never know. not everyone gets an award. Wonder what does Dam get? Poke the Bear award? I think so. We'll see. We'll see. But anyway, let's have a look at the fixtures, guys. Zakal wins it. Zakal's number one ticket holder. That's his award. It's called number one ticket holder. And he gets that. But anyway, let's have a look at the fixtures. So we'll get rid of the results. Bang. The fixtures are here. We won't click into anything. I'll stay on this participation award. That's harsh, GT. All right. Kick it all off with West Ham, Chelsea. Please give your tips in the chat, guys. Give your tips here. I'll bring up this chat here so it stays on this screen. West Ham, Chelsea. Listen, West Ham haven't been good. Chelsea have been really good one game, but they've been getting results. So I actually like Dam's tip, but I'm going to tip Chelsea maybe 1-0. Yeah, 1-0. We all get one. Yeah, 1-0 I'm going to go. Chelsea 1-0. Yeah, I'm with Reeves on this one. And then next one we got is Aston Villa at home to Wolves. This is the first game of the goal rush. I think they're all on at the same time there. I can see yet. So I think that's the 3 o'clock game in England, which will be the 11:30 game here. Aston Villa at home to Wolves. I'm going to go Villa. Listen, that's a tough game because Wolves are really good on the break. I'm going to go with you, boys. 2-1. I'm going to go with you. Yeah, 2-1. This game I think is real interesting. Fulham at home to Newcastle. Craven Cottage. You know what? I'm going to go Fulham. I think Fulham can get the cookies, get the chocolates, let's say, not the cookies. I think they can get it. Vamos, United. You may not the best Boston. I'm going to go Fulham. I'm going to go... Should I go with Dam? 2-0. Damn, is it good how I've put myself in the corner as well? I'm just evolving everything. I don't make graphics anymore. How good were Lions? Went to that game. Oh, good, man. That would have been fun. Next one, Leicester, Everton. Listen, I'm tipping Leicester, and I think if Leicester win, I think like you can call it round 5. Everton are almost done. I don't know what's coming back for them. I'm tipping Leicester. I think Leicester at home. I think Leicester, you know what? I'm going to say 3-0. I've got this feeling they're going to pump them a bit. Jamie Vardy might get 2. Dam goes with a draw. And then we're back to Anfield. Liverpool at home against Bournemouth, who I actually think are a better team than Nottingham Forest. But they're coming off a loss. Home, Liverpool. I mean, you got to tip Liverpool. I don't want to tip Liverpool, but I think Liverpool will win. I might give Mo Salah another chance as captain in this game. Pool 3-1, Dam says. I'm going to say 2-1. I'm going to say it's pretty tight, but I'm going to say 2-1. I think they'll take it. And then Southampton at home again. They got 2 home games in a row. They got Ipswich. The joke about Greeks and corners is the best. Why can't Greeks play football? Because every time they get a corner, they put a fish and chip shop on it. The best. There's so many. You know how many of those old jokes I got? I got the Italian one. I think I said it to Dan. Like, it's Ipswich win. You know what? Southampton are really bad. Reeves, yes, I was talking about. Yeah, I think Ipswich might win too. That Dibbling though, you know, at Southampton, if they get relegated, a big club is grabbing him. He's really good. 4-0, Jamar says. I think Ipswich win. I don't know about 4, but I think Ipswich win. Damn you, Italian bro. He is. Can I say the Italian joke too, Dan? Since I said the one about Greeks. The Greek one's not as offensive. It's more the fish and chip shop thing. I only say it if Dam says. Yeah, KP. Well, it was always a joke back in the day. They were like, Why is Italy shaped like a boot? Because you can't fit that much shit in a shoe. I love offensive Italian jokes. Yeah, they're funny. The Greek ones are funny too, man. I'm 25% Italian from Vicenza. There you go. You know, Vicenza always used to beat me in Football Manager all the time. Lol, KP. They're just funny jokes, you know. Like, anyway, let's have a look. Next one, Spurs, Brentford. I think Spurs win, even though Brentford are really good. I think Spurs have to win. If they don't win, because they got 2 home games in a row, it'll really dent them. I think Ange knows they got to come out. They got to win. Vicenza always used to beat me. I'll be Roma and I'll be the strongest team, and they'll beat me. And Regina always on my bogey team all the time. Yeah, I'm going to go Spurs. I think they have to win. I really think they have to. If they don't, it's a big loss. Because then I think they're at Old Trafford the week after. And Forza... no. No. You know what? I always had a soft spot for Roma. But my dad likes Inter in Italy. So I just say Inter now. Because I don't really like anyone there. I like watching Italian football. I really like Italian football. It's good. Because it's very tactical. But yeah. Okay. Yeah, we've had a few in for it. Palace, Man United at Selhurst Park. I actually think we win. Palace haven't been good. United looked really good against Southampton, albeit Southampton, they're the bottom team. But, you know, a lot of people going in saying United we're probably going to get done. So I am going to say United. I think, we could have won 6-0 against Southampton. That's the thing. Like, Xerxes could have had 2 goals. Bruno could have had a goal. Yeah, so listen, I'm going to say we win, but takes us to the next one. Brighton at home to Nottingham Forest. I do think Brighton win. I think they maybe win more comfortable than Jamar saying 3-2. I think it could be 2-0. But then again, Nottingham Forest went to Anfield and won. So, you know, if you can win at Anfield, you can win anywhere. Always say that. 4-1. Huge tip there by Dan. Then that takes us on to the big one on Monday. Man City hosting Arsenal. I think that's the last one. Look, if I scroll down. Yeah, that's the last one of the week. So Man City. Let's actually click into it. Man City hosting Arsenal. What a game. I think I said it early. Like, if they turn around and beat... Yeah, let's say City win, right? If they turn around and beat Arsenal, is the league done after round 5? Look at this. So we got the head-to-head in the Premier League. Arsenal have actually won more, as you would expect, because City haven't been good for a long time. Like, I don't know. Is the league done after round 5 if they win? I'm not sure. I really hope not. I want Arsenal to go there. You know, even if they go there and get a draw, I think is good. We'll go back to the other screen now that we've done all of them. I want them to go there and win, but I do fear what Dam is saying, especially... I go for Inter Dam, but Lazio is a good team. I respect Lazio over Roma. KP, Lazio is better than Roma. Nah, I like Roma. Don't know why, actually, but just had I loved it when Batistuta went there. I loved Gabriel Batistuta. I don't really support anyone in Italy, to be honest. I support Man United and that's it. I just like Italian football because it's tactical. I think and when I was growing up, it was the strongest league. My brother Chris loved AC Milan because he's older. The 3 Dutchmen. My dad likes them, but my dad's the same. He just prefers them over Milan. Yeah, my brother used to love AC Milan, like because of the 3 Dutchmen, George Weah as well, like when he was there, Jean-Pierre Papin, like that's a team, man. Doing yeah, boy, it was a penalty anyway. Like, listen, we all know Mbappe's good. There's so many egos now, isn't it? It's just... But yeah, anyway, Listen, I think United win. I think Liverpool get back on track. I do think City will beat Arsenal. I don't want them to. I hope they don't. No AC Milan. I can't. There's nothing I can do about it, man. Chris, as you've seen him on here, Krillin, he's a panel member. He's HFD royalty, and he likes AC Milan. There's nothing I can do about it. Now, but didn't you say upper world? Didn't you say you go for upper world, Boston? Didn't you say you go for upper world? Krillin is wild. Loves AC Milan. Loved them. I loved them. I'm AC. Like Krillin, like my brother. Boston, didn't you say you go for upper world, Nicosia? I'm pretty sure you said that. I just go for Olympiakos. There you go. In Greece. My dad likes Olympiakos. My dad likes that. That's his Greek team. But I don't, again. John, that's John's Greek team and John's dad. Me and John almost support all the same teams except for in Cyprus. I don't know, but I can't remember. Boston's not answering me. Did he say he goes for upper world? Yeah, see, the fact that I'm going to tell you now, the fact that I'm allowing that chat to stay in the chat with those colors means anyone can say whatever they want about their team. That team there that you wrote, is the only team I hate more than upper world is Liverpool. Nah, not really. There's more in Greek football than Cypriot football. He grew up here, Reeves. He grew up in Melbourne. Christian Vieri, what a player. Upper world is it's more a political thing. In Cyprus, we go for Omonia Nicosia, and their rival is Upper World, and they like hate each other. More political, and they're on the right side, we're on the left side, and like if the Don saw that message, they're like, I hate them more than Port. Port's third. It's Liverpool, Upper World, then Port. Yeah, he did, man. He was gun, man. Vieri was a gun player. Like, really, like, people forget how good that guy was. Animal of a player. Now, those two things I'll never say. That thing you said about Upper World and those letters, you never hear me say them on here. They are. Barcelona are good. Madrid aren't looking that good, but you can never count Madrid out of anything, can you? Like, they're just so, the pedigree they've got in competitions is just unbelievable. So, I know. It is. Told you. The fact that I'm letting that slide in here. No, I said I won't say what you said about them. I'll say their name. It's like I'll say Liverpool. But you said them forever. I'll never say that. I hate Upper World. Hate them. They're just... Yeah, exactly. That could hurt Barcelona. You might be right, Genwell. That could hurt them. Yeah, well done, damn. The Don loves you now. See that? Me and Dan like a lot of the same teams too, except in soccer. That's it. Only in soccer he likes Leeds and I like United. But the rest, he's a Crows fan. I'm a Crows fan. He said Olympiakos. I like Olympiakos. And he said Upper World Hess. So he knows. Yeah, it's the only one really different. But I respect it. I like it. It's really the only one different. Marching on together. Who? I reckon you should support Omonia Nicosia Boston. Just for HFD. Just for HFD Media, you should become Omonia Nicosia supporter. You know what I mean? Walk around with Ammonia scarf. Nah, I don't know about them. Anyway, guys, that was a real good show. Hour done. That's pretty good, considering it was one-man show. John got called in. He was meant to come on, but he got called into work tonight. So he's on night shift because his shifts got switched around, but I'm sure he will be back next week. Yeah, they're not as good this year. Poor damn. Poor damn. They're not as good this year, but doesn't matter. But yeah, thanks everyone for coming in. It was a really good show. The boys will be back tomorrow night. I believe Chris will be buoyant. He'll be up and about. His team got up. John is the no. Not the GOAT? Why is he the GOAT? I thought that was me and Chris, man. John is the GOAT. He looks like a GOAT. When I was playing, I always had a David Villa shirt on. He was probably my favourite player ever alongside Gerrard. Who is... All right, that's a good question, Reeves. Before I go, we'll ask that question. So, is Gerrard your favourite player ever, like from your club? Or, you know, is it someone from before him, like Fowler? Who's your favourite player ever? Anyone in the chat from your club? And then who is your favourite player you ever saw not from your club? Mine, not from the club. Are you playing any games this week? Yes, Thursday night, probably back. Try get John on with me Thursday night again. Yeah, that's mine. 100% Gemwell. I think he's the best player that's ever kicked the ball. Don't think anyone's close to him. No, it's not boring. The guy, if you haven't watched him, I implore you now, go on YouTube, search the original Ronaldo, and just be in awe of that guy. My favourite player from the club is UKP, and not from the club, Chris C. What club? You're the best, Boston. Oh, you're saying my question. Oh, yeah, okay. I'm the favourite, and then Chris C. Ah, what a legend. Can we give that a like? What a champion. What a champion. Boston, you're a champion. Yeah, I'm with you, Gemwell. It's R9. The guy's best player I've ever seen. I don't think anyone that's kicked the ball has been as talented as him. So yeah, I totally agree. The guy's a freak. Anyway, thanks a lot, guys. Was good. Yeah, the boys will be back tomorrow. Me and Chris will be back Wednesday. HFD Podcast returns. Chris has been off of his night shifts finally. I'd like to see George. My dad loved George Best, but I loved Eric Cantona, man. I grew up with him. The guy was a freak of nature. I hate now how they're just like, Reeves might agree with this when they're like, Thierry Henry is the best player that's ever played in the Premier League, and it's just like we're meant to accept it when I don't think it's right. I don't think it's fair. Like Eric Cantona was unbelievable, and there's been other players. I think Bergkamp was arguably better than Henry, like as a footballer, just didn't score as many goals. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, the boys will be back tomorrow. Like I said, Chris will be buoyant. His team got up. He's going to be happy. So I guess I won't come and watch because Port won. Wednesday night, me and Chris back for the podcast. Thursday night, probably be some gaming. And then, I don't know, from then on, I don't know what time Spreer, what a player. I don't know what time the finals games are on for the watch-alongs on the weekend. And then we'll be back Monday night. And we start again, and then, yeah, have a good one, KP. Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone. Make sure to like, share, subscribe. Hope you like the new format tonight. This for you, Dan. Sorry. Oh, it's not working. Why is it jolting like that? There we go. Take care, everyone, on the live chat tonight. Good night. Stay safe. Thank you, Zakal. Take it easy, guys. Have fun. See you soon.